Welcome to our channel. Subscribe and join our zoo community. You're about to watch the 10 most dangerous and deadly female gangsters of all time. Before jumping into the video, hit the like button and show us some love. When we think of dangerous and terrifying criminals, the name of a woman usually doesn't come to our mind. Of course, women are equally capable of everything that men are, but typically male criminals are more violent and controlling. They are ruthless and like to inspire fear in their enemies, but sometimes a woman can do the same thing. Respect and loyalty are valued in the criminal world, and these women know how to demand it. Besides this, every drug cartel or a mob family needs someone to lead to keep the minions in line and be hard enough to take all of the necessary steps. If you stick with us till the end of the video, you will get to know about the powerful female gangsters who were feared over the years. Let's take a look at 10 of these dangerous and deadly female gangsters. 10. Claudia Ochoa Felix. Claudia Ochoa Felix is known as Kim Kardashian of the organized crime in certain circles. She got this nickname not only for her appearance, but also for her social media appearance. She had around 35,000 followers on Instagram, but the account has been deleted. In 2014, it was reported that she was in charge of the Los Antrax, a Mexican gang which is said to be involved in a number of mass cold-blooded killings. This post was given to her by her boyfriend, who was the leader of the group, but he got arrested. Named El Chino, he was accused for the murder of 3 men who were found hanging on a bridge in Mexico almost 5 years ago. She definitely looked powerful. Wait until you take a look at number 9. 9. Sandra Avila Beltran. Born on October 11, 1960, she was known as the Queen of the Pacific. She had married twice, and both of her husbands were policemen. They had to leave home for work in order to tackle the drug business. Both of them were killed by hired assassins. Sandra was a smart woman, and she never left any evidence that could possibly point to her involvement in the ordeal. Only in 2002, the police started an investigation against her when her son was kidnapped with a ransom requirement of $5 million. She was charged with involvement in various crimes in 2007, including drug trafficking and other organized crimes. Even though many charges were dropped from her case, but she was still credited for involvement in money laundering and the illegal possession of weapons. She introduced herself as a housewife who makes living by selling clothes during the investigation, but she stays behind the bars even to this day. 8. Maria Leone. Even though she was the mother of 13 children, but she still lived an intense criminal life. She was the leader of a gang which was involved in the transport of drugs, human trafficking, and contract killings. It was said that she had huge support from the Mexican mafia. This gave her the status of one of the most dangerous gangsters in Los Angeles. But then, police found her linked to various crimes during investigation, and Maria immediately was on the run. In 2008, it was reported that her son died in a shootout with the police. Maria came to know of this when she was on the run in Mexico. She wanted to attend the funeral of her son, but she had been banned from entering the United States, and the authorities were already behind her. Therefore, she agreed to be taken there through illegal routes. But at that time, people in her gang were already under the surveillance of the police, so it was not hard for the authorities to arrest her and several other people. 7. Fanet Umaraza. Colonel Fanet Umaraza is said to be the political and military wing of the Congolese Tutsi rebel group called M23. Fanet grew up in a refugee camp in Rwanda. She got her education and earned a degree before joining the M23. While she introduces herself as a military leader, there have been various sources that cite her involvement in many crimes. Her group is involved in a number of crimes that include the forced recruitment of the children and murders. Fanet is said to be in charge of all of this. While her soldiers are there murdering innocent people, Fanet likes to spend her time relaxing and getting manicures. She disguises herself to be some sort of feminist. Various sources claim that she pretends to be a feminist who is empowering women, but in reality, she is no better than any other rebel group leader who commits crimes and want the hold of all the power. 6. Maria Lisciardi. Maria was born in 1951. She is the former leader of the Lisciardi clan, which was settled in Naples. Before her appearance in the group, her family had never been associated with the adult industry. Maria introduced this new source of income. The members of her gang would buy minors from the Albanian mafia for $2,000. The girls were promised work in some other country to which they used to gladly agree, hoping to get rid of the poverty that they had to face in their homeland. But upon arrival in Naples, they were the victim of real slavery. They were forced to provide adult services to the clients. All those who did not agree to any of this were simply killed. She managed to stay out of any trouble, but in 1999, her name was finally on the list of most wanted criminals. The police came for her arrest along with 13 other mafia groups, but she eluded the authorities. She went into hiding for 2 years, but she was finally recognized in a car pulled over by the police outside Naples in 2001. Ever since then, she has been in prison, living under the harsh conditions of isolation from the outside world, according to the Italian law. 5. Jemiker Thompson. She was nicknamed as the Queen Pen. She came to the world of crime from an extremely poor background. She was ready to get her hands on anything without thinking about the possible consequences. During this, she married Anthony Mosley. Both of them started a business of drugs transporting together. They used to sell large quantities of crack. In 1980s, they had acquired one of the largest drug trafficking networks in Los Angeles. A few years later, Anthony died after getting shot, but Jemiker took the lead and continued their business. Trouble started when the new dealer handed it over to the authorities, and then Jemiker had to go into hiding. She had been on the run for 5 years. Finally, she was arrested in Los Angeles. She was sentenced to 15 years in high security prison. 4. Judy Moran. Judy Moran was born in 1944. She is the head of the Moran family, which consists of a number of infamous criminals in Melbourne, Australia. The family was known to be involved in the business of drug trafficking. Judy's first husband died in a shootout in 1982, and her son was also killed in 2000. Later, she married to Louis Moran. They had a son together, but he was also shot dead in 2003. Following this, the brother of her husband was also killed in 2009. Then, Judy herself and 3 other accomplices were arrested. While the trial was still underway, the infamous house of the Moran was set on fire by unknown people. Judy was then sentenced to 26 years in prison. 3. Charmaine Roman. When Charmaine was arrested in 2013, the authorities believed that she was involved in drug trafficking business in Jamaica in some way, but further investigations led to shocking details. It was found that she was actually the head of the drug trafficking ring. The reports claim that Charmaine's group was involved in bringing thousands of pounds of marijuana in Florida, and the group had a reputation of violently doing their business. Charmaine was in charge of all the bookkeeping and the laundering of the drug money to a business and local casino. It was also revealed that she had been living in the United States illegally for the past 20 years. 2. Anna Chapman. Anna Chapman was arrested in 2010. She was one of the sleeper agents of Russia who had been sent to the United States to gain access to the national intelligence. Anna had the skill of using her looks and feminine appeal to get information and influence the people. But her secret was out later. She was sent back to Russia in a prisoner swap deal with the United States. She became known as Femme Fatale. She even appeared on the cover of Maxim magazine in Russia. Anna has been cited as the real-life version of Bond Girl, but it is unclear about how much information she actually gathered. She pleaded guilty to the conspiracy charges, but today she enjoys a celebrity status in Russia. 1. Rosetta Kudelo. She is the sister of Raphael Kudelo, one of the famous criminals and leader of the gangs of Nuova Gomorra Organizada. Since her brother spent most of his time behind the bars, she was the only person he used to pass on the information and instructions for managing the business. After some time, she was the ultimate head of the gang. For the residents, she acquired a 16th century palace, Castello Medico, which has 365 rooms and a huge swimming pool. In the early 80s, she ordered to blow up a police station in obedience to her impulse of feeling. This led to a police raid on the castle, and then she was on the run for the next 10 years. But in 1993, she surrendered to the authorities, explaining that she was tired of hiding. You've just watched the 10 most dangerous and deadly female gangsters of all time. Have you heard of any of these female gangsters? Tell us in the comments. Thanks for watching Life Hack Giraffe, and don't forget to click the bell button and subscribe to our channel for more mind-bending videos. See you in the next video.